Yo, welcome tacticians. So set 15 is a couple days old, the meta has formed, and today I want to show you the most consistent top 4 comp that can also easily score first. The E-girls are back. We are going over the best positioning, the strongest augments, the different rolling techniques, the best itemization, the most OP berry power-ups, and most importantly I will explain you how to win streak, no matter if it's AD items, AP items, or tank items that you're getting in the early game. This comp can do it all, and in the end, as a little goodie, we're gonna check out a prismatic Star Guardian finish. To get a feeling for the comp, let's look on some pros and cons first. You can win streak no matter what your starting items are, as we just mentioned, and it's really easy to get a 2-star item holder. The comp is extremely flexible. But you can also easily get a top 4 if played with a losing streak, and most importantly, with Ari being a free cost carry that is almost more powerful than most of the 4-star carries, it's way easier to get, it costs way less gold, and it's way more consistent to hit. And that also means that even if the comp is contested, 2 people playing the comp can get top 4, and it's easily doable if you know what you're doing. One of the cons, since you only have 3 tanks, I would say, with like Poppy and Nico being the strongest, if you don't get any of them 2-star fairly quickly and itemize it with 3 tanks, then the best you can get is the top 6. Lastly, you will always get 99 points when you want to climb up a division, so be aware of this. If we are looking at the AD early game, our AD item holder is Xayah. You will activate her Edgelord and Rel's Bastion with Shen, and then you can flex any frontline that you can 2-star, and this is usually enough to get to 3-1 with level 5 and 30 gold. Sorry to interrupt, but short self-promotion is needed. Currently 92% of the people watching the videos are not subscribed to the channel, so let's make a deal. You watch this video all the way to the end, and if you learned something new, then you have to subscribe. If you have AP items early, your item holder is actually not a Star Guardian, it's Ezreal. You can benefit from the Prodigy, and 2 Star Guardian Free Battle Academia Ezreal, 2-star, is win streaking easily in the early game. And once you get your first Ari, you can switch your Ezreal out. Of course, if you don't have an Ezreal, you can also slap all the AP items on Syndra, also works perfectly fine. Ezreal is just a tiny bit stronger. If you get tank items early, here you want to slap those items on any 2-star tank that you can get your hands on. You want to bury him up with like standalone or unstoppable, so he gets extra tanky, especially unstoppable with 300 flat health is really good in the early game. And then you just add 1 unit for the tank synergy that tank has, like for example if it's Malphite you will gonna add a protector, and then just 3 DPS behind it. This works perfectly. In the early game, the best power up on DPS units is Midas Touch, because it can easily make you farm a lot of gold, but make sure in this comp it's important to not waste any berries for rerolls. You will need all of them, as it's the highest priority to get an Ari with Mage, so she casts her ability twice. The 25% damage reduction doesn't matter at all, because the single target damage is so high she will still one-shot in the late game even with the debuff. And if you get an Ari early with Midas at stage 4, you will then reroll when the chance to get Mage is slightly higher. Your mid-game board should then look something like this. If you have a Nico, you want to pair it with a cannon. If you get a 2-star Rel, you want to pair it with a Swain. Important is to get Sorcerer trait on Ari ASAP, as it's really easy to spread across the enemy's team with her overkill split damage. Other than that, it's safe to say that it's almost always better to add another Star Guardian over other units. Exceptions are sometimes Yasuo if you have Shen and Xayah as carries for the nice scaling of the Mentor and Edgelord. At level 3.5 to 4.1 you want to be level 7 the latest. Here you can squeeze in a bit of extra value if you find a Jenna to run 2 Protectors and Crystal Gambit. Especially 2 Protectors is extremely powerful because it gives 5% durability to all Star Guardians actually, because of the shield being applied by Rel. And this also means that Protector Emblem is besides Star Guardian Emblem the best. At 4.3 you want to go to level 8 and roll down for Ari 2-star and either 2-star Poppy or 2-star Nico. This is enough to stabilize to then go level 9 at 5.1 and set up your final board and add Seraphine. All additional mana items, if you have a Morelos, will be transferred to her, because most fights are won if she manages to get her ultimate off. That's why you also want to position her so she is protected well, and then Jinx and Ahri will clean up the mess she left behind. So when it comes to items, the highest priority early should be Void Staff and Jeweled Gauntlet. Those two items make Ahri incredibly strong. Then next you should focus on getting 3 tank items. Aegis is needed and Spirit Visage. A Flex is the third slot. Depending on the lobby, you will either go for a Dragon's Claw or a Bramble Vest or a Sunfire Cape. It's important to have at least one healing reduction item in the team, either on your tank with the Sunfire's Cape or with a Morelos on Seraphine, Swain or something like this. If you can't get any of it and you get too much bows, which is you basically only need like 1, max 2, and you get like a bunch of them, then don't worry, you can still slam a red buff on Jinx and it's also working fine. Once Ahri and the tank are equipped, you want to fill up Jinx with AD or Seraphine with AP. Important is to never put leftover tank items on Swain. Always go with the Star Guardians first. Only exception is if you get the Star Guardian emblem, then I would use Swain as a second main tank next to Poppy. Regarding comp specific augments, we have the Star Guardian or Protector emblems that are extremely nice. Then we have the Power of Friendship, which is definitely S tier. You will just have to position slightly different to get the full value, and one secret tip is the Howling Gale. Especially as a third augment when you already spent like 2 to 3k mana around, it's an insane amount of CC into the enemy backline. And this tag augment alone won me so many fights already. The Hurricane is just crazy CC. Other than that, we should always find a balance of 1 eco augment or early game advantage aug to win streak and 2 combat augments, otherwise you will have a hard time to get first. Now let's watch what a prismatic Star Guardian comp is able to do to the opponent. Thanks for watching till the end. If you still have any questions, just let me know in the comments. As always, I will try to answer everything in less than 24 hours. Cheers and see you in the next one.